Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay. Okay, you are watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and I'm Zan Azli.
I'm Shirley Wasan.
And I'm having popcorn.
As usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it.
Happy New Year.
And this year, this is the first movie that we're reviewing for the year. It's called...
Because you're anti-HIV kids.
We are anti... like we're anti-OKU.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
With
Terrible.
Yeah, we're watching Suraya.
Which is not about OKU or HIV kids or anything. It might be misogynist, we don't know. Well, let's find out.
Okay, we have watched the movie Suraya. We were at the premiere. We were invited to the premiere. And
Gala night.
the gala night. It was a gala night. Ami is not going to review the film with us.
He already wrote his Facebook status.
Yeah. So go check it out. It's on his Facebook.
Are we not pasting it here?
Why?
Okay.
Why would I'm not gonna paste?
I'll tell you
Ami's
what the
comments
review is
here.
The review is that it's the best film he's seen all year. The end.
So yeah, we were just at the premiere together, like that's all. Okay, so what's the film about?
Okay, so Suraya is about a couple, Adam and Nabila, who are young. They're into vlogging and they've hit like 20,000 followers on YouTube. So they've decided that they're going to start a travel vlog, you know, and it's one of those travel vlogs where they go into small towns, kampungs, and
Travel Malaysia, right?
cuti desa kind of thing. Yeah, so their first stop was like some kampung in Negeri Sembilan, and they get lost. Suddenly their phones don't work, and then they turn into this homestay, and they meet the host, whose name is Suraya, and some shit goes down from there. And like that.
It's a horror movie, right?
Yeah, it's more of a thriller lah. I wouldn't really say it's a horror film. It's more of a thriller type thing.
Yeah, because there were no ghosts.
No.
It's just a...
So I don't really want to spoil it because I was okay with it. I don't know. Okay.
How? There was this creepy lady who runs a creepy lady named Suraya who's always in a kabaya.
She talks a bit like special.
Yeah.
And then like some it's not like some bad things happen, but basically like
Bad things do happen.
weird things happen lah, and then at the end bad things happen. Yeah, so basically that's it. I would say she lives in a place with a creepy girl also named Aisha,
Okay.
and yeah.
Yeah. And okay. We were at the gala night, right? So there was a press conference. The director and the producer and the
Four
actors
brothers.
were there. Yeah, the director and producer are brothers. And
movie's funded by their mom,
they spoke to
I
the
think.
audience, the parents. They
Parents.
spoke to the audience and things like that. So cut that right in here.
Doing Suraya. Suraya basically is a very simple film. It's like any traditional story, just rehashed for the modern audience with YouTube and basic elements inside. We did not want to make a very complicated film, so the mass market can enjoy it. This film was very, very difficult to do because it was a micro budget film. So we had a small crew of about 5 people and 5 casts. So it was extremely small. We had to double up, and I think we're the type of filmmakers that if we want to get something done, we will find a way to do it. And we put in our money inside this film. And I think to find filmmakers to put their own money inside this film is extremely, extremely difficult in a very volatile market right now in the industry. And this film was difficult also on a very supernatural level. There were a lot of problems. We had like suddenly dead birds falling from the sky and forming circles onto the set twice, 3 times. We ran over animals at night. There were instances of masuk rasuk on set, so it was a very strange, and it didn't stop during production. After that, during post-production, our hard disk just failed for no apparent reason, and we tried to repair it. It was just problem after problem, and at the same time, a lot of issues plagued this problem. This film. But I think we managed to pull through, and we're just very happy to move on from this and see how it does in the box office.
Okay, you saw that already.
They're very sweet people.
They're sweet people.
They're very sweet. I think it's really nice that their parents are so supportive of their filmmaking ventures. They've got more films coming out after this.
So it's a micro budget film.
It's a
So
micro budget film.
And they were explaining
Only
the micro budget thing.
5 people on set, on the crew, and they're following in Kuman's.
So it was such a. I don't know, when they were explaining the concept of micro budget to the audience, it sounded so much like how Ami was explaining it when he launched Kuman Pictures.
Yep.
And Ami was there too. I guess he invited Ami, and then it was revealed that they are actually making a film with Kuman
Pictures. So they're also going to pay their actors royalties when this movie makes money. So I thought that's nice also.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So review the film.
All of that niceties aside, it's their first film, right?
No.
Oh no, it's not their first film.
They've done another film before. They've also done lots of like series.
Is it their first feature film?
No.
Oh.
So they've done like series before. They've done short films before, and they've done a feature film that wasn't released in the cinemas. So so it's not like they're totally new.
Okay.
Right?
So yeah.
But they are still quite green and young. What do you think of the film?
I go first. Okay. I like the film. I don't like horror films or thrillers, as everybody knows. I keep saying this all the time when we watch a film that's a horror or a thriller. But I thought that this one was quite well done. I mean, when you go in knowing that there are only 5 people on set and it's a micro budget film, you don't expect it to look like some Hollywood blockbuster or like some multi-million-dollar budget film, or even it's even less than 100,000. They mentioned. So, but it was still done much better than some of the big budget films that we saw last year, or in the years that we've been shooting Fat Bidin Film Club. For me lah, there could have been a little bit more control. I think the pacing was a bit slow. I think I kind of understand that they were trying to like build it up a bit, but it was one of those films where it's like everything is really slow, and then they reveal everything in a short 2-minute like monologue of one character, and then suddenly it's over. I didn't really like that. I'm not fond of slow paced films. I mean, the pacing should be steady lah. You want to build up suspense, you want to build up intrigue and stuff. Great, good for you, but if it's slow, then it just becomes draggy lah. So I don't think they quite hit the sweet spot on that. The acting was okay. I've heard of none of these actors before. but I thought the acting was alright. It wasn't very organic between the couple, but I thought that the guy and Suraya's chemistry was actually okay. And then the creepy girl, Suraya's sidekick Aisha, was creepy, convincingly creepy. And when we met her at the press conference, she was nothing like that. So I thought, okay, good job. But I didn't really understand the need for. They have like 2 supporting characters that were also at the press conference, and then in the film they only appear like one flirt literally appears
30
just at the
seconds.
beginning and then just at the end. Like very no point. There's a lot of things that still go very unexplained at the end, and it's not like one of those artsy things where it's unexplained because it's one of those open-ended endings. It's more unexplained because they spend so much time just dragging out the main story that they didn't bother to develop the rest of the character, I guess. So that was a bit flawed for me. But for what you know, a micro budget film, and for the people that worked on it, I think it had heart lah. It had heart. They obviously really care about this. It's written by a young 30-year-old who has since passed, so the director especially seemed very passionate about making it right and doing right by the screenwriter. I thought that was very sweet. So it was a lot more heart behind the film than the film itself, but the film itself also was not terrible. So it's not one of those things where, oh, you know, it's a really good effort but your film sucks, for me.
Right.
So yeah.
For me, I thought the movie was boring. I didn't think it was a horrible movie. It was okay, but slightly a little bit boring. It's like any other thriller movie where somebody stumbles into a house that they've never been to, and then they find the house a bit creepy and mysterious things happen and all that. But then again, during the press conference, the directors all said, the filmmaker said, oh yeah, it's supposed to be like that. They're taking an old trope and they're just telling it again.
Adding modern twist to it.
But really, they didn't
But
add much.
not really.
Yeah,
Just one YouTube
their modern elements that they added was
YouTube.
2 young people who wanted to do a vlog, and their
Handphones got online.
They are urban kids who are in the kampung. Malaysia is too small, and their explanation is that urban kids in Malaysia are too disconnected from the kampung. I don't think so, because Malaysia is such a small country. You travel 20 minutes outside of town, you're already in a kampung. You know.
There's a kampung within the city.
Yeah,
also,
so I think that is maybe maybe the filmmakers are a bit out of touch with the kampung lah. So they think all people who are in the urban, and all people in the urban setting are out of touch with the kampung. There were some pretty funny lines in the dialogue of the film, but overall it's a done thing lah, a done story that's been done before. And I always don't like things that have already been done. You know, unless you
so
add
Zan's
something
the kind of
new
person
to
that
it.
won't watch a movie twice or so,
Yeah,
even if he really likes it.
I would rather watch a horrible movie that is original than you know what I mean?
A good movie twice.
Yeah. So that was what I thought. I didn't think the acting was good. It wasn't horrible also lah. It wasn't. It wasn't as horrible as some other movies that we've seen, but the acting is not good. But then again, that's why I like to go for these premieres where they have press conferences, because they explain it, and they explain that these are young talents, and one of the actors, who's the actor, the main actor guy, he actually said that they would not have gotten any chance with any other production company because they're so new, and it's a catch-22 thing. You need to be famous to be able to get to, you know, act in a feature film, but you can't be famous if you don't act. So he was very grateful that they got a chance, and in that sense, the environment of the filmmaking environment for this production I thought was good lah, because these are all like a young group of people who wanted to make something, and they got lucky for them, they got the support and they did something, which is very commendable. So I don't want to review this film and trash it so that they don't make any more films. I want them to make films, but they got to learn from this you know. I don't know how well this film is going to do, because publicity wise also I haven't heard anything about the film.
If you Google it, nothing comes up.
We got a personal invite in my personal inbox, you know. So I don't know. But okay lah, it's a micro budget film, and for a group of young people who are just starting out to make films, it should be micro budget anyway. and this is the time when they can experiment lah. So because it was already something like micro budget, low cost, no stakes and all that, they should have experimented lah, rather than do something that's already been done before. You know? Yeah.
But he said, like the director said, that it is something that he's always wanted to do. So
He wanted to do something that's already been done.
Yeah, he said, I've always wanted to make a film that was like micro budget, that was a thriller, that was kind of like paranormal activity and everything.
But you see, paranormal activity wasn't anything that has been done before.
I know,
You know?
But
Yeah.
I guess he just wanted to see how he could do it, I guess.
And you see, throughout
I
the
don't
whole
know.
press conference, he kept on saying, we want to target the masses, we want to target the masses, make it, make it popular, make it a hit, which is something that if you're doing something like this, you shouldn't expect lah.
I don't really think it's a mass film lah.
Yeah,
to
it's
be
not.
honest,
But he
because,
kept on saying that.
Yeah.
The producer kept on saying that we want to target the mass. If they're targeting the mass,
They need to
then
make
why?
something like Munafik.
Then why
Yeah.
make a film about the urban youth? If you want to target the mass, then go rural.
Do you think that
You
the
know?
idea of the
Yeah.
mass is also probably a little bit sheltered?
Yes.
Because that's a lot. I feel like that's a big problem with urban KLites of today. Like they always
And
feel
who
like
have the resources?
who have the resources or who have a platform. They always feel like the
That's
mass
the whole
equals
world, right? Yeah, them.
the mass equals them, the 6 degrees of separation of their friends, and the people who live in KL or
When it's
PJ.
not.
But really, it isn't.
The mass is the
you look
60% outside of KL.
Johor is already so much bigger than KL. You want to talk about mass? Look at East Coast, and none of them are going to be into content like this lah. You know.
Yeah.
Like the reason to why when we reviewed Munafik 2, we hated it, and we talked about how it was still doing so well in the box office. Things like Upin and Ipin. Why do things like Upin and Ipin and Munafik 2 do so well in the box office when it still propagates things like racism, things like rape, fear, hell, brimstone, fire type fear and religion? Is because those really target the mass. And the mass are into these kind of things because these are normalized for them, and they feel like this is the kind of shows that can invoke the right emotions to them. Like when Munafik 2 came out, everybody took it like gospel like that, It was their version of Passion of the Christ, and they were like, if you hate this film, you berdosa,
Yeah.
and you don't love God and all that kind of thing.
It's like garang lah. If you don't like garang, means you're anti-OKU.
And even garang is not really truly mass if you think about it. So you can't really target the mass with a story that I guess I sort of see his attempt with the whole like they go into a kampong area, they're trying to use like a sort of mythical woman, female figure.
But it's still from the perspective of a sheltered KL.
It was done in a very urban manner. You have none of your typical jump scares. You've got none of your typical female figure tropes. It's very hipster almost. And like you said, like the language that we use, the dialogue that was used is also not very mass, if you think about it.
Well, speaking of dialogue, I also didn't like how everything was very literal. You had people talking to themselves in the film. One character is in the room all by herself, and she starts talking to herself. Another guy is like also somewhere by himself, but he's talking to himself because he needs
out loud.
because they need to explain something in the film, which is alamak. That's a really common mistake lah.
A bit lah.
Okay,
So,
but like I said, I don't want this review to be like trashing their dreams and all that, because I think they've got something good going. They've got the passion. They want to make something, and they're still young, and this is when they learn. You see, and look, I started making films. My films were very green and naive too. A very naive and sheltered point of view as well, and I got trashed by the audience, and from that trashing I started like realizing, dude, my world is not the world, and you have to
really, you know that?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, so it's like that,
I can't tell.
So for them, you've got to break out of that lah,
It probably would be good before they make their next film to perhaps do some research, go live in a kampong, actually talk
Yeah.
to some rural
It's like if you want to
people.
do a video, a film about a couple who wants to do a YouTube channel or a vlog about traveling around Malaysia, travel Malaysia first. Okay, see what's out there.
Be a couple. Travel
Yeah,
around Malaysia,
you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah lor, it's like that lah. It's not a bad film. It's not the worst, like you said. It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, but it's not great at all.
But it's not great at all. It's very average. I think it's very average.
Slightly lower lah than average.
Slightly lower than average.
But it's still a good lower than average. I don't think this film is going to do well. But I will still say, if you've heard of this film, go and try and watch it.
Yeah.
I would ask people to go and watch it. And then give feedback to the filmmakers, because I think the filmmakers are able to take feedback because they are young, right? And I think they are able to take feedback, and they should, and they shouldn't give up, and they should make more films.
Everybody actually
Yeah.
should be able to take constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Commenting dumb things doesn't really help anybody.
Yeah.
Like trolling people doesn't really help anybody. But if you were to give like constructive criticism, then sure. You know, it's all said. Nothing's personal because we don't even know you. So
They're
how
nice
we-
people.
Yeah,
Remember when
yeah,
the director
yeah,
came
they
and
are very
greeted
nice.
us and all that? They were very nice.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
But even if they were not nice also, it's still nothing personal.
Yeah.
Unless you personally offended us already, but then we would still review your film fairly objectively.
Not really. We got some people who treated us quite well, and we trashed them, and because your film deserves trashing anyway. Remember the what?
Rise
Ini Kalila,
Ini
Rise
Kalila.
Ini Kalila. Yeah.
Yeah, that one cannot be helped.
Yeah.
You made a shit film and then you were a shit person.
Yeah.
Anyway, so constructive criticism should
Yeah.
always be well received lah. If you are a filmmaker
Yeah.
and you make films, you need to expect that people are going to have things to say about it.
Yeah.
You know.
You need to distinguish also the constructive
Yeah,
criticism and the
just the
stupid
trolls lah,
ones
yeah.
lah. Don't
So-
take the stupid ones.
So
okay?
we're
are
here to tell you,
sincere.
we are trying to be as constructive as possible because we really feel that you know there's potential lah.
Yeah, and I
There's
would watch.
potential.
I would watch your next film.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys make another film, I
Because
will watch it.
We have to review it.
Yeah, no, I will watch it.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
and I want to see this if this same team can work on another film and see how they mature and grow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
there's something there.
Go watch this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Alright, so let us know what you think. You know, if you want to go and watch the film, go watch the film. Let us know. Wait, we saw the premiere. We went to the premiere this week. So when is it going to be released?
Next week. I
Next week,
think.
is it? Oh, okay. So let us know if you go watch the film. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If you like this video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. But please share it. Subscribe to our channel. If you've got any suggestions, any comments, any questions, let us know. Right? Yeah, follow us on all our social media platforms. Or get everything at Fat Bidin. Wait, follow us on all our social media platforms. Just search at Fat Bidin. Or
Go to fatbidin.com.
to get everything.
Yes.
You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I am Suraya Ustawan. Well, congratulations on making the film. Also. Bye.